today on KiddNation TV.
We grabbed everything we had, sold it, and with about, I think, $5,000 is what my mom said in our pocket, we moved to the United States. Welcome back to KiddNation TV. Now, we brought in the ball of energy here at the office. We call him part-time Justin, even though he's full-time. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Happy Shark Week.
I know.
Everybody say Jaws.
Jaws, queen.
Yes, I got to go to the Dallas World Aquarium and play with some sharks.
Wait, you got to play with them?
Play with them, yes.
Sharks
Tapping on the glass, looking at them, and I also got to feed them.
Aquarium.
Yeah, I went to the aquarium.
You're not supposed to tap on the glass, Justin.
No.
You're not, but it's like 4 inches thick. You know,
Yeah.
so I don't.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the attention for a good picture. You know.
Question: Did the sharks eat the rest of your shorts by chance?
Oh, are you talking about these cutoffs?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Justin's shorts get shorter every time he wears them.
Right.
Like, how much more can you cut off?
I like the thigh. I'm gonna need the thigh. The thigh is in, and it's too hot outside. 100 and something degrees outside. 100 and something.
Right.
I'm gonna need some shorter shorts.
That's for the guys.
I know.
Yep.
Also, it's just instead of buying shorts, I just cut off the jeans. That's all you need to do.
I like that.
No,
Good job.
you're wearing jean panties.
Like a jathong.
It's a jong.
Like a
Yeah,
jathong.
It's a jong.
Have you ever made your own shorts though, Jenna?
Sure, all the time.
Oh.
When I was poor.
Wow.
Oh well, I'm still a little poor.
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
So
No,
you gotta hang out with
Better
some
days are
sharks.
ahead. Better days are ahead.
Yeah, no, they didn't eat the shorts, but they ate some salmon, some shrimp, and a little bit of like sardines.
What kind of sharks are we talking about here?
Well, okay, so they're a cousin of a shark.
Oh, so they're not real sharks?
So Big Al would know how cousins work, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's more like a stingray than it is a shark, and they've got these long noses with spikes on the side.
Oh, my.
That's a nurse shark.
What?
A nurse shark?
A hammerhead.
Like the cousin?
Sure,
They're
you
called
talk-
sawfish.
Sawfish?
So not
Sawfish.
Yeah.
So this was just a big tease.
Well, there were still sharks there. They just weren't as big as the sawfish.
You just want someone in sawfish.
I saw.
You went and saw fish.
I didn't even go to the aquarium. I went to the Walmart section of like the little fish tanks.
It's the definition of a
Down
fish
at the
story.
creek.
Was that viral video girl Sharkeisha there?
Sharkeisha, yes.
Yeah.
I got to name them too. Sharkeisha and Sharkira.
Got it.
Aren't those cool names?
Yeah.
Sharkira?
Yeah.
I like that name, actually. That's
I
pretty
do
good.
have a
I'll give you
cousin.
that.
But yeah, they're a cousin. They're more closer to the stingray than they are a shark, but they look vicious.
Not scary.
So why couldn't you see sharks as part of Shark Week?
Well, I did. I saw one.
That was all I got?
They had one. They had one in the tank swimming with some sawfish.
That's it?
It's not,
Yeah.
It's Shark Week. It's not Sharks Week.
Yeah,
There,
it's
you
true.
have
So
a
he
point.
saw one
yeah.
shark.
We
Yeah.
got one cool shark.
So you swam with them?
No, they
Why?
didn't. They didn't let me. I thought I was gonna go in there and feed them. Like, you
You?
know,
Yeah.
no, with the fish.
So
I was
you
like,
just tapped at the glass and looked at them.
I threw it in the the pond. I
Oh.
threw all the
You threw it
food
in
in the
there and
pond.
left.
Okay.
In the
And,
pond? It's a pond shark?
Or whatever.
Sharks in the pond?
It looked like a pond, like a big old
Body of
cenote.
water.
Cenote.
A cenote, yeah. It
In
was
a little cave hole.
a little cave
In a
hole.
little cave hole.
Oh, wow.
That's what it looked like.
I didn't know sharks went in cenotes.
I didn't know either, but you know.
Wasn't that your nickname in college?
Cave hole.
Oh.
Justin's had enough of us. Check out his trip to the aquarium for the shark.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Part-Time Justin, and I'm here at the Dallas World. My phone just went off. Yeah, everybody say Jaws! What kind of fish are those?
These are called look-downs. They're a type of a jack, a big schooling fish.
They look
found in
like they have
the
big
Caribbean.
brains.
Yeah.
Look! Oh my God! Hello! Oh!
They're so cute. I want one. What does the saw do for their nose? Like, how does that help them?
So that's how they capture their prey. When the fish or something swims by, they will swing at it very quickly
Yeah.
and
Oh, just cut it real quick?
Like smack it or cut it in half and swim over it and feed it.
Got an ant
And
on you.
oh, okay, go ahead and get off. So this is the female. She tends to stay on the bottom. She is bigger, yeah.
Thick as in. Like, ask Beyonce and Rihanna. Thickness
She
is
said, well, I appreciate you saying that.
same here.
So, if you feel like it,
Yeah.
this is where we go up to feed.
Okay.
Oh, Justin, I'm sorry. There may be some confusion. You're not actually going in with the sharks. You're actually going to be standing up here with Lisette, feeding the sharks from above. We don't feed the sharks from inside the water.
Oh, we don't swim with them and feed them?
No, mostly because of the sawfish.
Oh, is it? I thought we were gonna be able to go in there.
Not today.
I even brought a bathing suit. Okay, guys, this is Lizette, and she is a professional shark feeder, and she's gonna show me how to feed these beautiful sawfish and sharks.
You both?
You want some spares or
Yeah.
some strikes?
I want a strike.
Okay.
All the way over there. That's where you're gonna throw the shrimp. So under the tree. That's softball, not bowling. This is all restaurant quality food.
Come get your food, Sharkeisha and Sharkira. Come here, Sharkita. Oh! Like Salt Bay. They're a little slow to that, aren't they?
Well, they're bottom feeders, so they actually eat off the bottom. So when we just throw it out there, they actually have to try to catch it.
They're bottom feeders.
Yes.
That's just like me.
I'm kind of going for like maybe a Denzel look.
Oh, hello. Look at those eyebags. Always tired.
So low maintenance. Ready.
Side your good side out. Oh my gosh, I like it. One more. That's right. Oh, I'm getting ready for prom.
Love it. Oh my God, it looks so hot.
Is that smoky eye, Nick? Wow. Yeah, work it. Come on, Lacey.
More makeup. I need lots.
Stick around after the break.
I was obsessed with your hair.
Does this happen a lot? And he looked at me and he goes, yeah, and it's about to happen to you.
Love letters.
Love
letters to Kellie.
Wow.
To Kellie, you are the love expert.
I am.
I am a recent graduate from Louisiana State University, LSU.
Go Tigers.
With a degree in mass communications. It has always been my dream to move to LA and work in the film television industry. The only thing holding me back is my boyfriend of almost 6 years. He's a true Southern guy who has no interest in the West Coast. He says he's willing to move for my career as long as we stay in the South. We have a great relationship and marriage is something we both want. I'm extremely torn because I don't know if it would be worth it to leave such a great guy behind to pursue my dreams. What should I do? Please help me. Macy.
They dated 6 years.
Yeah, 6 years. Long time.
Move.
What?
Pursue your career, pursue your dreams. Don't put anything on hold for a man.
Right.
If you go out and you fail and you come back and he's gone and moved on, that's fine too. But I do not like women, young women especially, that, you know, give up their dreams and careers for love. It's 6 years?
6 years. Yeah.
I mean, what's he waiting on? So I'm sorry. I wouldn't date well, I've been there, done that.
Waiting on LSU to
And
get back in the
I'm
championship.
Yeah, 6 years is way
Wow.
too long to date someone and not have a ring put on it. That's
But
way
she got
too
out of
long.
college though. You know,
Amen.
you gotta
I'm sorry.
Make sure.
After if you don't know by the time you've been
Move
with someone
it.
with 6 years, this is the woman for me and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with her, no.
This happened to me. I was dating a guy out of college and I was just like, I need to move. I need to move and start my life. Best decision. Look at me now.
Yeah,
I mean,
and there's
he's
a
married
heartache.
to my best friend from college, but
You know what?
I'm happy.
As is he, maybe, but not as happy as he'd be with you, Jenna.
Yeah, he's not happy at
Is there a
all.
question mark after that happy?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I have no regrets.
My girlfriend moved with me out here,
Right.
Different
did.
story.
and that worked out. some
You
time.
did?
Don't follow a man.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I
But what
moved-
was the career dream she gave up for you? There wasn't one.
she was in
There's
school.
the difference.
She was in school, yeah.
school, but she didn't have a career
No.
or heart set on something.
Her career goal was to marry a Mexican dude.
Well,
Boom.
there you go.
Landed it.
There you go.
Wow.
So I was born in Mexico City, and I lived there until I was about 8 years old. And that is when my parents decided that I would have a better opportunity in the United States. So we grabbed everything we had, sold it, and with about, I think, $5,000 is what my mom said in our pocket, we moved to the United States. We ended up in San Diego, California, and that's where I went to elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and that's where I started my radio career. I can remember when I was a kid, I'd be in the living room, and I remember my cousin visiting us from Mexico, and my dad busted out a little boombox with some blank tapes, and we made our own radio show with commercials, and it was just always in me. But every counselor I talked to, every teacher I talked to always said, no, that's not a good profession. You're not gonna make money, you're not gonna make it. Everybody wants to do it. Go for something that's a sure thing. So I was actually gonna go to medical school to be like my grandfather. When I got to school and realized it was gonna take about 10 years and a lot of money, and I didn't have that money, I decided I was gonna go into nursing. And right before I was about to enter the 2-year program, I talked to a counselor, and she said, you have one more elective. What do you want to do? And I said, I guess I'll just go intern at a hospital and do that. And she said, no, you're gonna do that the rest of your life. Why don't you go do something you've been interested in? And on my way home, a commercial came on, and it said, if you want to be an intern at Channel 933, stop by at 9660 off of Arrow Drive. And I looked up, and Arrow Drive was 3/4 of a mile away, and I basically listened to the commercial as I went to the radio station. Didn't even tell my girlfriend, who's my wife now. I just went and I applied. I had the call that said I had been hired. And that's literally how my radio career started. So after I started interning in San Diego, I decided that that was it. I loved radio. I got bitten by the bug, and so I put all my money into that basket, and I focused on radio, and I learned how to speak into the microphone. I attached myself to every on-air personality, and after an argument with my boss one time, I went back and looked up some job openings in radio, and Kid Craddock morning show was one of them. And it said, send your email to Steve Scott and with your resume and your audio. And then I thought, wait, why am I gonna send it to Steve Scott? So I got online, found Kid Craddock's personal information extremely easily. Back then, apparently, it was just out there for everybody to see. So I found his personal email, and I took a shot and I sent it to him directly. And the next day I went to work.
More KiddNation TV after the break. Welcome back. In case you missed it before the break.
So I got online, found Kid Craddock's personal information extremely easily. Back then, apparently, it was just out there for everybody to see. So I found his personal email, and I took a shot and I sent it to him directly. And the next day I went to work, showed up, said I had a call, never had one of those in my life. I was just a promotions fill-in guy. I remember I picked up the phone and I hear a guy go, hey, is this Jose? And I said, yes. He said, this is Steve Scott. I recognized the name right away. And I said, what's up? And he said, hey, did you send an email to Kid Craddock yesterday? And I said, yeah, I did. And he said, did you not follow directions where it said to send it to me? And I said, no, I saw that. I just figured you're not Kid Craddock. I'd rather send it to him. And then I heard Kid laugh in the background. And he said, Jose, that was, out of the thousands of people that wanted this job, you're the only one to think to send it to me. And I said, well, man, there's a lot of dumb people out there, aren't there, kid? And he laughed again, and he said, I want to fly you out here to interview and to audition. Are you down? And I said, yep. All I knew was that he had a morning show in Dallas. I knew Dallas was a top 5 market. And when I told my bosses that I was auditioning, they looked at me like I had met Elvis or something. They said, wait, you talked to Kid Craddock? I was like, yeah, I just talked to him on the phone. Hold on, the Kid Craddock? Yeah, he's on the phone, he's a regular human dude. And they were fangirling, and when I saw those people fangirl, the people that were my bosses, that's when I knew that, okay, this guy was a pretty big deal. But I remember the first time I went out with Kid, we went to go grab some sushi, and these 3 girls walked up, pretty girls walked up, and like, oh my God, Kid Craddock, can we take a picture with you? It's just everywhere we went, somebody would stop him and want to talk to him and take a picture with him. And I remember looking at him, I'm like, does this happen a lot? And he looked at me and he goes, yeah, and it's about to happen to you. When I would sit in the studio, I would just see how real he was, along with Kellie and Al, and just everything had to be authentic. Once I was myself, it became the easiest part of my job, to show up, be me, and take off.
Want to head to Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach, thanks to Visit Florida?
Enter our watch and win game now.
Just text Boardwalk to 31996 by midnight Central on Sunday to enter.
Hard Rock Hotel, Daytona Beach. Good vibes only at the area's newest luxury resort.
Well, we are so excited to welcome back to the studio. I feel like we're growing up with you, Sabrina Carpenter. Welcome back.
Hello. Hi, guys.
Yeah, it's been about a year since we saw you, it feels like.
It's been a little bit more than a year, I think, hasn't it?
It all blurs.
It goes so fast.
Well, we're the same.
Yeah.
A lot's happened for you.
Yeah.
So you spent the past couple of years actually working on some new music, which is why you're here with us today to talk about that. And I read an article that said you wrote every song on this album. By yourself, or do you collaborate with people?
I collaborate with people, but it's interesting. Like I was weirdly enough like looking up some of my favorite songs last night and just like seeing how a lot of them were made and like how many people were involved in making of songs, because I always wondered, like for me it's usually myself, another co-writer, and a producer. So there's about 3 people in a room. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's me and the producer, and it kind of depends on who I work best with. And I've been so lucky to work with so many incredible people over the past 2 years that I feel like I've found a really, really good solid group of people that have wanted to help me develop and grow into the artist I am or supposed to be. And that's always a really good feeling when you feel comfortable around the people you're writing with.
What's that process like for you? Do you like get on your phone and make notes and just sentences sometimes,
Yeah.
or do they play you beats and then you kind of go off and like listen to the kind of the tempo first?
It's a mix of both of them. My most recent single, Almost Love, was created by I was with Stargate and they played me this plain track that they had with these like whistles, and I was like, what kind of a song? I was like, what song am I really gonna write to this? And then I went in the booth and freestyled the whole thing. And what they do in a really cool way is like they'll find the best pieces of what you do and put it together, and you don't realize within 10 minutes you wrote a song. Like it's really crazy. So they've taught me a lot. Like you said, so much of the time I am writing myself, like just in my phone, everyday life things. And then I take that into the studio, and like one word can become a whole song. So yeah.
Man, I wonder, can we make can we
Can
be the
you?
inspiration
Yes.
for one of your songs in the future?
Absolutely. Just
Okay.
What's
just
your
give
word,
me
Al?
what's
The
your word?
Stink bait. I don't know why I've been.
Was that the first thing that came to your
Yeah,
head?
stink bait has been like my word for the last couple of days.
Oh, okay. I was
Steak
going to
bait.
say this wasn't just the first thing you thought of. This has been a thing.
Yeah. Bait. You ever go fishing?
Steak bait?
Stink.
Stink.
We call it
Stink
stink
bait.
Yeah, stink
Well,
bait.
I mean, maybe you could work with that to attract the wrong
I'm just trying to think of things that rhyme, and I can't think of
Not a
anything.
sexy
Don't
word.
wait.
Yeah.
Not a
stink
sexy.
bait.
Not a sexy word.
There you go, Kellie.
There you go.
You're
we'll work
welcome.
On that
And
later.
thank you so
I'd like a
much.
couple of
Wow,
points
I'm
on that
grateful.
bad boy.
Yeah, you'll get 5% for sure.
Good deal. Good
Now,
deal.
Almost Love is the first thing. I watched the video last night.
Did you like it?
I loved
Oh, yay,
it. I
thanks.
didn't realize you were a dancer, or maybe you weren't and just learned. I don't know your dance background, but you were popping. And popping.
Yeah,
It was
Thanks.
crazy. I've never seen you like that before.
Yeah, I was a dancer for about everybody in my family was a dancer. My mom was a dancer, my older sister was a dancer, my older sisters. I was in dance for about 10 years before I came out and I started working on a show at the time. So I was young when I left, but like doing this video was kind of like the revival of my dancing because I hadn't done it in so long, but I was really excited to do that.
I was obsessed with your hair.
Kid Nation will be right back. Welcome back to Kid Nation TV.
I read an article that said you were scared to go to visit your friend in college because you're scared of college kids. Now, I know sometimes things get twisted.
So listen, yeah, they do get twisted. I don't have a phobia of college kids. So no, actually, it was my friend that was just like, you should come. And I was like, you know what? It's so funny because they're my age, but I'm just not surrounded by people my age too often, which is also kind of a weird thing. But it'd be interesting to like go visit her, and I would actually
Frat
like
party and all that.
yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. Yeah, it'd
I'd
be
be
interesting. It is scary for anybody, you know. You see in all those movies the first time they go to those parties, it's scary, you know. And then there's a whole montage with like crazy music. Anyways, yeah. So it'll be interesting when it does happen.
Yeah, I just saw the movie Blockers, and I'm not letting my kid go to prom.
That was actually what I was just talking about when I talked about a crazy montage.
Not going to prom. And my daughter, Emma Kelly.
No,
well,
sorry, Emma Kelly.
I don't think that was the point of the movie.
It was the point to me. That's what made it me.
I was like, I think they were encouraging you to trust your kids, but whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
It
You're like, nope. That's a movie, so luckily that's not everybody.
Hopefully not.
You're like,
movie
hopefully.
coming out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have the time to
It's
do
a serious
movies.
one.
Yeah.
It's a very serious one, but it's one that we need, and it's one that we've needed for a while. It's called The Hate You Give. It's based on a book. Yeah, and it's got a great cast. It's Russell Hornsby, Common, Regina Hall, Amanda Stenberg, Issa Rae, like just everybody cool.
You're forgetting a very important person from Riverdale that's in this movie.
I have not met him actually.
Really?
Yeah.
AJ Kappa?
KJ Appa. AJ Kappa is his alter ego.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I just made that up. I literally have never met him.
My daughter's obsessed with everything with Riverdale, and when she found out you were in that movie, of course.
Well, yeah, it's he joined the cast a little bit later, so I didn't get to meet him unfortunately. But I'll get to meet him probably soon
in the press tours
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Sabrina Carpenter, it's been such a pleasure to see you again.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.